you know, decent country. It's okay. Yeah, it's actually not that great. But anyway, so the United States of America is going to take 100K Ukrainian refugees, sanction more Russian officials, defense companies. I like hurt my fingers somehow. I don't know. The U.S. will welcome up to 100,000 Ukrainians and others seeking to escape from Russia's invasion. In my opinion, the door should be open for Russians as well. That's my opinion. And will impose new sanctions on Russian individuals and companies, the White House said. According to senior administration officials, the Biden administration is looking into multiple methods for those fleeing Ukraine to enter the U.S., including refugee admission program, as well as parole and immigrant and non-immigrant visas. Now, the elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about the elephant on my glass. The elephant in the room, y'all. Title 42, wasn't it? So, Joe Biden campaigned in 2020 to overturn Trump's hideous, inhumane immigration policies. He campaigned on that. I didn't campaign on that. I didn't run for president in 2020 and become president like Joe Biden did. Again, just keep in mind, Joe Biden won the 2020 election, just a reminder. So, he campaigned on overturning Trump's horrific, inhuman immigration policies. But he got rid of like one or two really bad things, but kept most of them in place. Right? The things that were going on in Haiti, for example, fuck them. Fuck them. Things going on in other countries in South America, fuck them. People seeking refuge and asylum in the United States, and they happen to have darker skin tones, fuck them. Throw them in the ocean, get rid of them. That's the U.S. administration stance. When it comes to white refugees, now, I'm going to say there are non-white Ukrainians, of course. I wonder if non-white Ukrainians will qualify for this. I can hope so. Now, that being said, okay, yes, the elephant in the room, we talked about it. The U.S. has a horrible immigration policy. Historically speaking, my God. What happened to that Ellis Island bullshit? Like, give us your fucking tired, give us your wicked, give us your poor. And we'll fucking put them to work. We'll make a good man out of those goddamn. What happened to that shit? I mean, I guess that's Ellis Island in New York, right? So if they're coming, right? Like that's facing Europe, right? So I guess that's only talking about the Atlantic Ocean. You know, if you come across the Atlantic Ocean, you're good. But again, it's really hard to take this country seriously. But that said, everyone needs to hold Biden and the White House and the United States accountable to this. And the same way that when Biden campaigned on decriminalizing cannabis nationwide, I will still bring it up. 2022, he still hasn't done it. Why? Because this is the marker that he is setting for himself. This is the marker that he is putting down for himself and his own government. And so I say, let's hold them down to their own markers. Let's hold them to their own word. I think that's reasonable. According to senior administration officials, the Biden administration is looking into multiple methods for those fleeing Ukraine. The official said that President Biden's cap of 125,000 refugees for fiscal year 2022 remains in effect, but that those who enter via processes other than refugee program will not count toward that total. We don't currently envision the need to go beyond that in terms of the portion of the individuals that would come in as refugees during the fiscal year. Officials also announced that the U.S. will be imposing sanctions on the Russian elite group known as the Duma and 300 of its members, as well as more than 40 Russian defense companies. As a backup measure, the European Union will also impose sanctions evasion initiative to keep Russia from getting around the new U.S. sanctions. The EU initiative includes closing loopholes like the Russian central bank, propping up their currency, and utilizing a coalition of countries to keep Russia from acquiring new technologies or having other banks do business for them. Now, again, China is basically saying, like, that's not happening. China's got Russia's back right now, and that's a problem. Fuck China. China's a genocidal dictatorship, and so is Russia. And, you know, again, so is the United States, but, you know, hey, elephant in the room. In all cases, we'll use this initiative to share information and coordinate a response to prevent the emergence of any safe haven for Russia, whether it's in China or any other country, the official said. Our purpose now is to fully disarm the war chest by making sure its foreign reserves serve no purpose in propping up the Russian currency. Officials said the G7 countries will join together in telling international organizations not to continue dealing with Russia as they have been. Our purpose here is to methodically remove the benefits and privileges Russia once enjoyed as a participant in the international economic order. So, again, is it good that they're bringing in refugees? Absolutely. I hate to be this person, but I'm going to say all refugees matter. Yes, we need Ukrainian refugees. We need Haitian refugees, Syrian refugees. The United States of America needs to live up to the principles outlined on Ellis Island's little plaque. Again, I'm a radical. I am a very far leftist, okay? So I want the United States to do way more. I want the United States to be the best country in the world. Radical, communist, haven, and utopia. Everyone involved. As soon as you walk into the magical lines of the United States, you're going to be like plugged up with super drugs that make you happy all the time and life is perfect. That's my ideal scenario. But you know what? That's probably not going to happen. So I say it's a good idea to hold up the United States to its own standards. The United States outlined the standards for immigration. I think we should go back to that standard. Just saying. So, yes, they need to be bringing in 100,000 or 125,000. They should be hitting the cap on this. So, hold them there, and we'll see what happens. But, again, the elephant in the room is the United States does not have a good track record of keeping its promises. Anyone who thinks the United States would keep its promise would be a fool. Anybody that looks at the U.S. and says, oh, cool promise you got there. I'm going to come back in 5 years and I'll hold you to that. Anyone that would do that is a fucking idiot. Let's be real. But, you know, we need to talk about they should be doing these things. They shouldn't. The United States should not be going back on their promises. They shouldn't. The United States sets up markers. Give us your poor, give us your hungry, give us your useless fucking garbage, and we'll turn them into good workers and we'll make them proud. That's what they said. I didn't say that. I say give us everybody. I say let's fucking abolish borders and go move to communist land. That's what I'm saying. The United States said that. So I say let's hold this country to its own promises. That's what I'm saying. So, anyway. It's like, whoa. Hello, Melton John. You are so cute. OMG. Thank you. I try my best. I say you bring in all the refugees, stick them in Wyoming. Bring in every refugee in the world. Stick them in Oklahoma. Stick them in Alabama. I say that. That's what I'm saying. Federal government should be like, yo, I mean, these states, let's be honest, low populations, they can have some more people. Stick them in Wyoming. Iowa could use some refugees. Pennsylvania, maybe a little bit. I'm just saying. North Carolina could use a couple thousand refugees. Tennessee, maybe. Could put a couple. Yeah, you could put tens of thousands of refugees in Tennessee. Texas, come on, Texas is refugee city. We'll put half of those motherfuckers in Texas. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Anyway, there you go. I think Russian refugees should go to Alaska too. It's right there. I mean, they're just gotta just cross the border, bro.